father of the children at this time. All right, so if there's anything, I said everything is suspended, child support, any type of access visitation, that's all gone bye-bye, and anything that's owed is dismissed. All right?
Yes, Your Honor.
After paying child support for 2 years, it took a DNA test to finally free him from paying child support for children that weren't his.
This is in the interest of Giddens' minor children. We're dealing with two twin little girls. Both of them look like they're going to be, 2 years old this year. Anyway, the non-custodial party is Danelle Black. The custodial party is Kristen Giddens, and this matters before the court. A petition established parent-child relationship. Let's see, there was a first amended petition filed, and we've been operating under a temporary order since, looks like, April of this year. Court will note the court did substitute Ms. Swartz in for Ms. Garcia in this matter as the ad litem. Anyway, I'll ask the state for an opening and see what the state's requesting we do here today and what kind of agreements and contests we have at this time. Thank you.
Thank you, Your Honor. So I have reached out to Ms. Schwartz, and she communicated, or her paralegal communicated to me that they had no objection to proceeding without her. The reason for that is because we have negative DNA results. So would ask the court to do an order, and neither party, I believe, is going to dispute the negative DNA. So would ask the court to do an order adjudicating that Mr. Vinell Black is not the father, and then we would need to get some language voiding out the obligation that was created under the temporary order. So I'd seek the court's guidance on how the court would like that order to read.
This was not an AOP matter, correct?
No, sir, Your Honor. This is a paternity action.
All right, then, folks. I've got in my hand right now Stakes Exhibit number 1. This is the DNA test for both the twin little girls. Is there any reason I should not let States 1 in at this time, Mr. Black or Ms. Giddens?
No, sir.
No.
All right, so States 1 is admitted. States 1 shows that Mr. Vinell Black is not the biological father of the child, Nikayla. I think that may be how you pronounce it. And is not the biological child of the child, Melissa. Probably a paternity of both of these is 0%. So the court so finds that Mr. Black is not the biological father of the children at this time. Let's see. I'll go ahead and order the prior order of the null and void. We're gonna do away with it. Let's see what the original order said. How did we get that? We did a chat without a DNA test and AOP. Okay. The court did appoint Mr. Glass as the ad litem for Mr. Black, SDRA attorney. And that original order did appoint Ms. Garcia. The party's married?
I don't believe so, Your Honor.
Okay, just want to make sure. Okay.
Do you know why the judge wanted to know if they were married? I'm pretty sure that if they had been, it would have changed the outcome of the hearing. He probably wouldn't have been able to walk away from this responsibility so easily. I've seen cases where even with a negative DNA test, it takes a lot more to get a guy out of paying child support, and it usually happens when the infidelity occurred during the marriage.
Okay, it was a default hearing. Did not file an answer. The court did appoint ad litem. Okay. And did a temporary order. All right, so what's the state asking for us to do here today? And what's the ad litem asking for us to do in behalf of his client? Thank you.
Well, Your Honor, so I'm requesting an order that adjudicates Mr. Black as not the father. And I'm seeking some guidance from the court as to how that order ought to read that voids out the temporary order.
At this time, the court finds that obviously he's not the parent in this of the child in this matter. Court this time is you can non-suit it, we can dismiss it, we can do whatever is necessary, and there's no obligation going forward on this matter. So
my preference, Your Honor, is if I can draft an order that specifically makes a finding that Mr. Black is not the father.
Well, that's part one for sure. Yes.
Okay. So my preference, Your Honor, would be to include also in that non-adjudication order some kind of language that voids out the temporary order. But I guess I'm just seeking some guidance as to the form.
Well, I guess.
Do you not know how to do your job? Say what? Like, you asking for guidance like the judge knows how to type that shit up? I doubt that's what?
So my preference, Your Honor, would be to include also in that non-adjudication order some kind of language that voids out the temporary order. But I guess I'm just seeking some guidance as to the form.
Well, again, Mr. Diamond, that's not my. I didn't do this for a living, and I figured the state has done more of these orders than I ever have. But the bottom line is, whatever the state wants to do as far as that order is concerned, I'll review it and see it. But again, we don't have a template for that, sir.
I understand, Your Honor.
So,
Just figure it out on your own, bro. The fuck?
is anything that Mr. Glass is asking to be in the order, please?
Just that I'm released, Your Honor.
All right, that'll be part of the order. And again, the order of non-parentage, and if there's any unpaid child support in this matter, the court will forgive that, obviously. But anything that was done prior to that, then I can't undo because it was part of the court order, and it was a legitimate default hearing. So, anything else, Mr. Diamond?
No, that's it, Your Honor.
All right. So, if there's anything, I said everything is suspended. Child support, any type of access, visitation, that's all gone bye-bye, and anything that's owed is dismissed. All right.
Yes, Your Honor.
All right. Anything else, Mr. Glass?
No, sir.
All right, Ms. Giddings. Anything else? Any questions, ma'am?
Nothing.
All right. Thank you both very much, and we're off the record.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Does she have to pay back the money that he already paid? Lord, please continue to protect me from this right here. Amen. He won't get his money back. It was his responsibility to get paternity done right away. That was definitely a good outcome. The best part was that in addition to canceling the child support, the judge also wiped out all the arrears he had. He was really lucky because I've seen cases where even after it was proven the man wasn't the father, he was still held responsible to pay for the child support he owed. Somehow they argued that since the debt was incurred while he was legally considered the father, he still had to pay it, and that just doesn't seem fair. I wouldn't be surprised if this was one of the easiest cases this judge had on his desk, because there wasn't much to argue or even discuss. And understandably, the mother didn't bother to show up. She already knew how it was going to go. What really gets me is that guys in these situations never get back the money they've already paid for kids that aren't theirs. That part has always confused me. Why don't they go after the real father and have him reimburse the guy who paid all that money? Everyone in that courtroom knew he shouldn't have been paying in the first place. He'd been paying child support for 2 children for over 2 years. So why isn't he getting that money back? That's the question I wish I had a good answer for.
I want every guy watching this to be 100% honest with your answer, okay? I've asked this before, but I got some new followers recently, so please be 100% honest in your answer. Would you date a single mom? And is it a...
Fuck no. Fuck no. 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 At the way I just saw it, no. So, did we both watch the same thing? No. This dude spent 2 years of his life raising 2 beautiful little girls just to find out that they're not his. And the money, time, emotional, whatever that he spent with those kids is wasted because he has no parental rights gone away. Can't see the kids, that's gone away because they're not his. Money that he spent for them, diapers, clothes, shoes, food, whatever the case may be, gone away. Child support he paid for her, gone away. And all the thing he get is it's cool. You don't have to do it for 18 years. It's cool. You're good. You're not the father. Go back to work. Like like you're not the father. Any back pay or anything like that, you're not obligated to play. That's a plus. I mean, we seen I haven't personally seen, but I heard people who wasn't the father, so had to pay back pay or some shit like that because legally they was the father around that time. It doesn't make sense because if they not the father, then back then doesn't really matter. But that is that in a nutshell is crazy. That in a nutshell is crazy. Now, granted, people who's watching this, you may have a woman that had one kid, maybe had two kids, maybe whatever the case may be. And maybe she's a great woman. She does everything good. She just had it by the wrong person. But it's like, at the end of the day, we're taking care of someone else's responsibilities. And some men is cool with that. But I know I was in a relationship that had previously she had two kids and it was okay, but it was the worst because she always had to remind me that they're not my kids in a way. You know? When it comes down to me doing something for them, it's all good. When it comes down to me, hey, put that down. Hey, calm down. Hey, stop yelling. Like, don't touch my son. It's but nonetheless, in my experience, it's just no. It's just no. I wouldn't. I have friends that have kids and stuff like that. I never would hook up with them or anything like that. They just me and them are just friends. You know what I mean? That's it. But that's crazy. 2 years, and I hope that they have some program for the dude that like. I wish it was like that for paternity. When a guy found out that he's not the father of a child, they have something where the guy can just go talk to someone. You know what I mean? That's 2 years of his life that he spent with what he thought was his child, and just then to find out that it's not his child. You know what I mean? Like psyche that can fuck with you, that can make you pissed off, make you want to do some shit to the person. But the crazy part about it is the woman didn't even show up. It wasn't even no attempt in court. It wasn't no whatever they call it in court when you don't show up to court, whatever like that. Like she didn't show up because she probably knew the outcome. She probably knew it wasn't his kids. That's the fucked up part about it. Imagine you going to court and then realizing, hey, I'm going here because I feel like this is not my kid. No, it's your kid. Don't worry, it's 100% your kid. When it gets time to do the DNA, all that other shit, she doesn't even show up. She probably already knew it wasn't her kid. Well, his kid. She probably already knew. Like, what's the point of showing up? I already know the outcome. I already know it's not your kid. Like, what's the whole point of me showing up? Which is crazy. No accountability at all. That should be paternity fraud, bro. That's why I truly believe that the birth of the child should also come with a DNA test straight out. I would say straight out the womb, but literally before he even signed the birth certificate, before the birth certificate even get involved, before they even say the name of birth certificate, it should be a DNA test right then and there. Oh, you're not the father. That eliminates you for 2 years for doing some shit like that. That's crazy, bro. That is crazy. I can't imagine, bro. Like, prayers go out to that man. Prayers go out. 'Cause I know that's hard. That's a hard thing to take, bro. Realizing that that's not your kids. You're not gonna get your money back. You're never gonna see them again. All that love and attachment you had to them kids gone away. You're back to just going living your life, which is just crazy, bro. That's crazy. And some female wonder why some men look down on them for having kids. It's like we don't look down on you. We just look at you're coming into a relationship as yourself, but you bring in other responsibilities as well. That if y'all get locked in, let's just say you dating some woman and y'all just start getting really close. You're about to get like she's your fiance now. Like you're about to tie the knot, like you're about to lock in. And then for some reason, maybe you catch her cheating, maybe she catch you cheating, maybe they'll just break up. You know what I mean? Right? They just grow apart. It's like the attachment that you have with those kids or something like that, it doesn't matter whether you, hey, can I call, can I just check up on them? Da, da, da. They're not your kids, you know what I mean? But it's nonetheless, I mean, it's just like, for me, it's just a lose lose situation. It's just a lose lose situation. But let's just hear what she had to say.
Be 100% honest with your answer, okay? I've asked this before, but I got some new followers recently, so please be 100% honest in your answer. would you date a single mom? And is it as simple as yes, no? Does it depend on stuff like how old are the kids? Is the child's father around? Does she have a relationship with the kid's dad? How often does the dad see them? You know, what's the custody situation? What are the kids like? Does any of that matter to you? Or is it a straight up like, yep, I like kids, I'll definitely be a stepdad? Or like, nope, not for me? Let me know below. Please just be honest. I'm curious.
Absolutely. Kids aren't a deal breaker, ever. Only if their kids were old enough to not require a babysitter. No, never again. And the only times I've seen it work out is if the guy is desperate enough to ignore red flags. If the man loves the woman, he will love the kids, period. It depends on those circumstances.
That sound like a straight woman. That comment right here sounds like a straight woman. If the man loves the woman, he will love the kids. Period. 100% a woman. The period in the back gives me, I'm not even gonna say that, but that's 100% a woman. If I love you doesn't mean that I have to take care of your kids. That's like saying if I love you and you're in school debt, that means I gotta take care of your school debt because I love you. That's not how that works. That's not how that works.
Period. It depends on those circumstances.
I agree with that.
Depends on the woman and amount of drama.
I agree with
That's a
that.
good question, and I don't think there's just one answer. All the options she mentioned are valid and really depend on each guy's personal preference, because at the end of the day, everyone is different and has their own interests. Some guys wouldn't mind dating a single mother, regardless of the child's age. Others might not consider it at all simply because it's not what they're looking for. Then there are those who are open to dating a single mom, but the child's age would definitely factor into their decision. After all, there's a big difference between dating someone with a young child and someone whose child is already an adult. Younger children tend to require more time and attention from their mother, and not everyone is ready to take that on. The other points she brought up can also be considered. Things like potential drama with exes and other challenges that can come with the situation.
So I'm a single mom. No. I'm a single woman looking for a dad. My kids are not.
Okay, so what happens if they don't like the dad? Like, what happens if they don't like the fact that you're out here with the dad? You don't think that that's weird?
I don't think I would be with someone who's that insecure.
Oh, so you're gaslighting men now.
No.
So they're insecure because you're hanging out with your ex-husband on a free
They're
month?
insecure because they have a problem with me hanging out with my ex-husband. They're insecure if they have a problem me being with any other person, whether a male or a female. If they think that I'm going to do anything with my ex-husband, they have their own security issues.
I'm
right?
just asking, though,
Yeah.
from a general perspective, why are you out at 1 in the morning with them and not at brunch?
This had nothing to do with the conversation. I did not know that dog that he's holding is real. I truly thought he just had like a little whatever. The dude had a whole dog on his. Like, what is going on? Like, what she's saying is crazy. The dude having a dog like on his near his stomach, like I don't know what's going
Just
on.
asking, though, from a general perspective, why are you out at 1 in the morning with them and not at brunch or some shit? Like, because that's how a man's gonna think.
Sure.
Like, you know, like, why aren't y'all at, like, why?
Okay. I mean, they don't have the security.
Okay, so just a man is insecure because he won't let you go out with your ex-husband.
If you don't let me, that means you have control issues, and I'm not dealing with that.
Same thing for everybody who's watching this. Quick question. If you're a guy and your girl want to go out, and your girl's going to go out with her ex-husband or ex-boyfriend, will you let her do it? Switch the question around. Females, if your husband or your boyfriend want to go out with his ex-wife or his ex-girlfriend, will you let her do it? At 1 o'clock or 2 o'clock in the morning, will you let that happen? So if you don't, you're insecure. Coming from her, if you don't, you're the problem. Whole world we live in, man.
I guess it's easier to understand now why she's still single.
Okay.
What she said kind of explains it all. The truth is that not many guys are willing to be in that kind of relationship. At some point, We have to admit that the word insecurity gets thrown around too often, and in cases like this, it's completely out of context. How is a man insecure just because he's not comfortable with his partner going out with her ex?
I just saw a video of a woman who was running in a marathon, and when she looks over, she notices a friend of hers flew in from London to watch her finish. The friend flew in for like 24 hours, and she sees the friend and she immediately starts bawling. She's like crying and running, and you could tell she's like overjoyed that her friend would do such a thing. I think sometimes when men are questioning why women are choosing to be single, why some women don't want to be in relationships, and I think it's because for some women, they experience such rich relationships in their lives with their friendships and with their family. You know, people who show up for them, who believe in them, who cheer for them, who hype them up, who give them all this confidence because they're always complimenting them and being sweet towards them. It's hard to go from that to a man who won't text you back, who won't call you, who doesn't.
Beautiful.
I'm just going to skip that because you can have a man that could do every single thing that you just said that you can do. You have a man that can surprise you with gifts. You have a man that can motivate you, keep a strong friendship relationship. Just because y'all are dating doesn't mean that y'all are not in a nice, like, solid relationship that y'all can communicate with each other. The exact same way you can communicate with a friend. That doesn't. I'm just gonna skip all that because it seemed like she was gonna go into the line of just butchering men. So it's like I'm just gonna skip all that. I'm not even gonna listen to that.
And I'd be like, do you got some money or not?
I'm not even gonna fully watch that. I think that statement says enough of probably why she's single. Um, we live in a solid society. Still said that wrong. That when it comes to dating nowadays, is more of what can you do for me and what can I get from you. And it's like, as a man, can I talk to you, get some pussy, and then dip? If it's a woman, can I get some money, maybe go on a date, give me a free meal or something like that, and then dip? It's like it's always just a give and a give. Like no, you know what I mean? Just I don't know. I don't know. That's honestly, it's just crazy to me that that dude really stuck there for 2 years and found out that's not his kid. That's just crazy to me. But hey, thank y'all for watching. Stay safe and hey, shoot. Hopefully a light bulb. If you have kids, a light bulb pop in your head because shit. Better get tested now than to wait 18 years and realize it's not yours. You know what I mean? But peace. I'll see you on the next one.